Good morning, beautiful people of the world. Good morning. It is February 26th, 2025 on a Wednesday. Happy hump day to you. Oh, two more to go, y'all. Two more to go. Oh, Lord, I'm tired. Oh, I'm tired. Anyway, good morning to you and you and you and you and you. I hope you all had a great day on yesterday. Just come on down. I always make sure the garage door come all the way down before I pull out of here. I need to get me some signs to go in my yard. Because I saw on my Ring camera where this lady was walking her dog in front of my house last week, and she let the dog poop in my yard and she didn't pick it up. And this is not the first time that I've seen this. I saw a guy walking his dog. He let his dog poop too. I love dogs, but I hate their owners. Because if you walking your dog and you know your dog takes a dump, get it up. Don't leave it in my yard. So I'm going to get me some signs from Amazon saying clean up after your dog, pick up after your dog. I surely am. So I found 2 signs on Amazon and I'm going to get them. And before I go any further into this video, Meadow Shrub, I saw your message. I saw you call. I don't know what I was doing, but I got the voicemail, and I'm gonna call you back today, just so you know that we're getting a little rain. I think it's gonna be somewhat of a rainy day. I think it's a little nippy in here. Traffic is light. But I saw on the news, I don't know, for those of you that live in Chicago that may be watching this video, I saw that two big poles fell off of a truck and they laying over on the Kennedy. So I think that traffic is tied up. So anywho, it is what it is, y'all. So I need to go to AutoZone to get a battery for my key fob for my car. I gotta do something else today. Something else I gotta do. But it's good to be alive and well this morning. I thank and praise God for another day. I feel like I'm coming down with a cold, but I feel feeling like this, like I've been coming down with a cold for a while. But I keep fighting it. But it seemed like it's allergies. I don't know. But nevertheless, I'm here. And I left my doggone gloves at home. Dang it. My work gloves. Well, I'll get some at work. I don't really need them, but I don't know. Did I tell y'all yesterday? I think I may have mentioned this on this video yesterday. Did I tell y'all yesterday that I can't stand for to be bossed around? I don't like bossy people. I just people just really get under my skin with that. being extremely bossy. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But anywho, he's saying people that are bossy. I've been told that I'm bossy, and I may be, but I don't think I'm bossy with telling people, like at work, like saying, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, you know. Maybe I am bossy, I don't know, but I don't think that I am, but whatever. But I work with somebody who is extremely bossy, and I'm trying to keep the peace with them. But I think I'm going to have a word with this person and say, listen here, you doing a little too much. That's how I ended up bringing that stupid ass pole in and then getting in trouble for it. I really didn't get in trouble. I said, hey, this is what she said to do. So I just did it. But she's not your boss. Well, y'all was standing right there. Y'all didn't open up y'all damn mouth and say no. They act like they are intimidated and afraid of her too. Forward to the weekend. That's all I got. I'm just looking forward to the weekend. So you all know yesterday I put the video up and I was talking about women, and I was talking about how so many women are in relationships where the man is just killing them, you know, just doing all kinds of stuff to them, right? So yesterday I get home, I pull it back into the garage, I get home, and as I'm coming out of my garage, it's really raining now. I'm walking up towards my back door to go in the house. It was a kind of, a mild day yesterday here in the city. So I'm walking up, and I started thinking about what I had said to you all, or what I had said to you all in regards to being able to be in a peaceful place. And as I'm walking towards the door, I'm just looking at my backyard. In my mind, I'm thinking of things I want to do for my backyard come spring and summer. I'm looking, and I got kind of mad because Christopher stepped on my lights that I had put back there. He stepped on them, right? So he broke a few of them. So I was like, okay, I know I need to come out here and pick this up at some point, right? So I'm just looking at my backyard, and I'm looking at my little walkway and everything, And as I'm walking up the walkway, I said to I stood there for a minute, and I just stood there, and it was dark back there, but my motion light, the other one, came on. I just stood there and I just took it all in. I just looked at all around my backyard and everything, and I said, God, I thank you. I thank you. Because never did I think that I would be walking up into my house. And I just stood there and I just took it all in. Normally I'd be rushing and getting in the house or whatever, but something just made me stop. And I just looked around. And I just started to thank God. I started to praise God right there in my backyard. I started to give him thanks. I started crying. I lifted my hands up and I just said, God, thank you. So many times in our life, we're so busy rushing. You know what I mean? So my subject is, be thankful for what you have. Just be thankful for what you have. Whether it's small or whether it's big. But whatever it is that God gives you, be thankful. And take a moment to just breathe. Take a moment to just look around and see how good God has been to you. And then stop and give him some thanks. Give him some honor. Give him some glory. Give him some praise. Give him some hallelujahs. Give him some, I'm so glad that you came in my life and you changed me and you made a way and you never had me out here begging for bread. Thank you. So I just stopped. And I just looked all around that backyard. It's not a big backyard. And I looked at the little patio and I just stopped. And I said to myself, I said, God, I know that I'm not where I want to be. God, I know I don't have everything that I want to have. God, I know I don't have a man. God, I know I don't have a husband. But God, if I only have you, I know that I'm going to be all right. And so I thought about what I had said to you all about turning the key in the door and having on the other side of the door peace. And I said, when I walk in here, I ain't got to argue with nobody. When I walk in here, I ain't got to deal with nobody's mood swing. When I walk in here, I ain't got to ask nobody how was their day and have them mumble as if they don't want to be bothered. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a little story. When I was dating Christopher's sperm donor, he moved in with me. It was my apartment, right? I had gotten to the point where I hated to go home to my apartment where I was paying rent. It had gotten that bad. Now there was some days, I would come home. He was a very, very clean person, and he could cook. And he would have cooked. He would have the apartment so clean. He would vacuum. He would dust. He kept my apartment immaculate, right? And he always came home, and he wasn't. One thing I can say about him, although he was abusive, mentally and verbally, it wasn't every day that I inquired this. It was only when I told him things or said things to him that he didn't like, that he wanted to be, Mr. Bully or whatever. But I'm gonna tell you all this, and I know that you all gonna look at me upside my head strange. Let me tell you something. This is what I know. He did not know how to treat me and to love me the way he should have, because he was a drug addict. Okay, he was a alcoholic. He was a drug addict, and he hates when I say he's a drug addict, but he's a drug addict because he's addicted to marijuana and he's addicted to alcohol, and he is bipolar. You can't tell me that he ain't bipolar. He is a narcissist as well. He takes no responsibility for anything that he does. Never. It's all, even his own son, he'll act like, in Christmas 13, he tried to act like it was Chris' fault for this, that's who he is. But, and I know this is going to sound strange to you, but he really, I believe in my heart that he really did love me, but he didn't know how to love me. There's people that can love you, they don't know how to love you, right? Because he had all of these other things. If he was had been a different type of man, things would have been different between us, okay? But because he didn't know how to do those things, and because alcohol and marijuana got in the way of a lot of things in our relationship. And not to mention that he was a manipulator, a narcissist, and all them other things, you know. But the drugs and alcohol intensified everything that he was. But I know from what his mother and his sister has told me, I know that he really loved me, okay? And now, this is one of the reasons why he's so angry at me, because he's a controller. He was very controlling, or so he thought he was. And when he found out that he couldn't control me, and that he couldn't, I don't think he really understood my strength. I'm gonna tell you, I don't really think I understood my own strength. And I'm not talking about strength in fighting. I'm talking about strength to say, get the fuck out, I'm gonna raise this baby by myself. That kind of strength. He's been mad for this long, for this many years, right? Because I was supposed to be the damsel in distress. I was supposed to be, oh, I'm pregnant, I'm gonna need you. Nuh-uh. You got to go. Even if I didn't have my mother and father living, you got to go. You got to go. So I said all of that to say that, you know, sometimes you just have to just stop doing what you're doing, and you have to, I know I'm talking about two different things, but I'm going back to what I originally was talking about, and then I'm going to come back over to the other subject. But sometimes you have to stop and just take it all in. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we just don't stop, and we just don't look around us to see how good God has been to us. We don't. And I'm not worshiping material things, but I'm thanking God for the material things that He has provided. And so I just stood there. Like I said, I didn't stand out there that long because it was dark, but I did. I just took it all in, and I just said, you know, I just began to praise God for that, and I began to praise God for having peace within and having a peace of mind. Because when I was talking to a friend last night, she was telling me about another friend about something that happened in there with them in their marriage. I just said to myself, you know, God, I thank you for every bullet I had dodged, and that's how I'm coming up to talking about Christopher Sperm, though. You know, I thank God for every bullet I have dodged when it came to relationships or being with somebody who didn't appreciate me and appreciate who I was. And I think I looked around my backyard, just looking at my backyard, thinking about what I want to do. Like I said, in spring and summer, I already have an idea of what I want to do. And I said, because I want to learn how to barbecue. I'm going to buy me a grill this summer, and I'm going to barbecue. And I said, God, I want to, you know, I want to fix my backyard up. I want to fix my front yard up. I want him to tear the bushes down. I want to plant some flowers. There's just so much stuff I want to do, you know. And I said, oh, I just wish, I said, God, I just wish that I had enough money to fix this backyard up the way I really want to fix it up. My friend, who I told you want to come over and he would change the locks and did all this stuff in my house, he built him a gazebo in his backyard. And I want a gazebo so bad. I want a gazebo. I have enough space to fix my patio up and put the gazebo in the backyard, because I don't have little kids, so I don't really need the backyard. I mean, the grassy part of my backyard, you know, I don't really need that. So I was like, oh God, I just wish I had the money. I just wish I had the money to do what I wanted to do, you know. And he was like, and he's always said, I wish you had some money, girl. He was like, I would lay this out. And I know it would take it would take some money to do that. So if I don't do it this summer, I'm going to try to do it next summer. I want to fix my backyard up. I want a gazebo. I want patio furniture. I just want to, I'm a summer person. I love summer. And, you know, I just want to fix it up. But even with me standing there looking at everything and looking at it being nothing there, being empty, you know, I started to think about, you know, like, you know, if I had stayed with this bum, you know, my life would have been so different. I would not be in a house. You know, I wouldn't have accomplished the things that I have accomplished. And my biggest accomplishment is buying that house. And I said, you know, I thought about what I had said to you all yesterday. I went back and watched my own video. And I said, you're not just telling them, you're telling yourself. And, you know, I'm so glad and I'm so thankful that I did not stay in a toxic situation because it was toxic. And I'm so glad that I knew better to move on, even being pregnant by someone who was toxic, right? Because honest to God, if I had stayed, I would not have what I have right now, you all. I wouldn't. And more importantly, you all would have never known who CC Fashion is my passion was, because he would not have let me be on this YouTube channel doing what I do. He wouldn't. He would have tried to destroy everything, because he's the type of individual that and this happens to a lot of women. This happens to a lot of women. He's the type of individual that he was jealous of me. He was jealous of what I had, but he also was proud too that he was with somebody, you know, like me too. You know, I could tell he would brag about me to other people, but deep down inside he was jealous of me as well. And that happens also a lot in relationships too. So a lot of you all, a lot of women, a lot of you women, you know, you have not yet accomplished your dreams and your full potential, because you are with someone who is pulling you down. It's pulling you down. And he's pulling you down to the point that, you know, pulling you down to the point where you can't even, like I said, you can't even fulfill the dreams or what it is that you want to fulfill or accomplish. Oh, damn. Up and down here. I like parking on this end. And a lot of you all have so much potential. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you all have so much potential, but you don't even know what it is or what your real potential is, because, you know, you with someone that you with someone who won't even let you be great at what you are, because they're jealous. You know, they're jealous. And, you know, as much as I would love to have somebody that was in my corner, that loved me, that all of these things, as much as I would like that and would love that, I'm so glad that I'm just so glad and so thankful. I want to make sure I was in the line. I'm just so glad and so thankful to God that I went on with my life, right? And you know, people try to make you feel bad for not having a significant other or for not having a mate. Oh, you know, well, you know, uh, um, yeah, she ain't got a man. Let me tell y'all something. Most of these women that got a man ain't got a man. I'm gonna say it one more again. A lot of these women that got a man ain't got a man. Just because you got a body don't mean that that's a man. Just because you got a woman don't mean that you got a woman. And you know what? And this is another thing I want to talk to you all about too. Talking about in reference to relationships. I'm gonna say this. At the age that we are right now, there is no way that a man could tell me that if we got together and I have the kind of the male friends that I have, that I would have to stop talking to them, that I would have to stop being friends with them. There's just certain shit you ain't gonna tell me what I can and cannot do. I don't care. I don't like that. I was looking at somebody's post on Facebook, and I was just like thinking to myself, I was thinking to myself, I was like, you know, she just giving this husband too much control. And people think by posting about their significant other, like they think that that's cute. You know what I mean? They want, okay. I'm gonna say this. You might as well come on back down this way, brother, because ain't nothing down there. Just make sure you don't hit my car. I'm going to say this, because ain't no other way to say it. Ain't no other way to say it but this way. When you get in a relationship with somebody, there should be an understanding that we ain't in this to control each other. So I was looking at somebody on Facebook say that her co-worker, male, wanted to take her to lunch. Like, now this is something that they've done, you know, like he be like, come on, let's go down to this restaurant, get something to eat, it's my treat. Well, she felt that she had to pick up the phone and call her husband and ask her husband, was this okay? Now, personally, I wouldn't have picked up the phone and called my husband and asked him, is this okay? Is it okay if I go out to lunch with him? If this is your co-worker and you know that nothing is going on and you are at work, y'all at work, y'all just going to lunch, y'all just walking down to the cafeteria, he said, hey, I want to treat you to lunch today. Something that she said this guy has done 1,000 a zillion times. But she felt that she had to call her husband up and ask him, was this okay? Why? Now, most of you all is probably looking at this video saying, well, Cece, that's what you're supposed. But why, though? I understand it. But they're at work. It would be different if he said, hey, you know, after work, I'm going down to the bar. I'm going down the street to the bar, the bar, and come have a drink with me. You're off work. When you're off work, When you're off of work, your time should be with the husband or the wife. Even if you say, hey, I'm going with my girls after work, or I'm going with this person or that person, or blah 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 blah, right? But while I'm at work and I'm on my lunch break, and I'm going to lunch with a fellow co-worker that just happens to be a man, because I wouldn't call you up and ask you, could I go to lunch if I was going with a co-worker that was a female. So why would I call you up and ask you, could I go to lunch with a male co-worker, and it's just lunch? Do y'all understand? I hope y'all following me. I'm not calling you up to tell you or to ask you or to say to you, hey, I'm going to lunch with so-and-so, and I'm at work. And another thing, too, that I saw or have seen is that he likes to pop up a lot. Maybe that's why she did it. He likes to pop up a lot at her job. Why? You're at work. Do you have to control every dynamic of my life just because we're married? Let me say this to you all. When you're in a relationship with somebody, there should be some things that should be about you and about you only. It doesn't add or take away from that other person. Like, give you a perfect example. And a lot of you all would disagree with me on this too. And it's fine. We're gonna agree to disagree, because everybody has an opinion about something or another, or everybody feels differently or look at it differently. If I were to get married tomorrow, my husband could not have the passcode to my phone, nor do I want it to his. This does not mean that I don't trust you. This does not mean that I think you're cheating. None of that. There are some things that's in my phone that is private, that does not concern my significant other. I don't want you reading my text messages of me texting my friends, my girlfriends. I don't want you reading my text messages of me and my mama talking, or me and my sister talking, because I might be talking about your ass. It don't necessarily mean that you're cheating. It could just mean that I don't want you knowing what I'm talking about with my family, whatever it is. Why do you have to have access to my phone like that? I'm just saying. And I know married couples have each other's codes and stuff like that. I get that. I understand it. That wouldn't work for me. That wouldn't work for me. You don't need to have my phone code. You don't. I am so much like a man when it comes to somebody having access to your phone. Because let me tell you all something. Going through a man's phone is not going to do anything. Okay? It's not going to make you, it's not, you go in there and you find out that he talking to this person, or he talking to that person, or whatever. Okay. Then after, most women will snoop, and they will go through a man's phone. They'll go through a man's phone, and they'll find this or they'll find that, and they still stay with the man. So why did you go through his phone? Because if you are suspicious, if you feel that he's cheating, what you gonna do then? What you gonna do once you find out that he is actually cheating? What are you going to do? Because most women who have a cheating ass husband don't leave him. They don't leave. In fact, y'all listen to the bullshit of him saying, I'm sorry, I promise you, I ain't gonna never do it again. And he does. So now you've gone through the phone. You found this and you found that, and you all broke up, you all broke down, you all this, you all that, and you still didn't do what? You still didn't leave. So what was the point? Head itching. What was the point? What was the point? So now you all upset, you all these things, because most of the time when men are cheating, you ain't got to go through their phone or their DMs on social media to know that they cheating. You know when your man cheating. You have an idea when he's cheating. You know. If you sense it, it's happening. If you feel it, it's happening. Women have intuition about a lot of things. We ignore it because we don't want to deal with it because of how it will affect our relationship and how it will affect how we feel. But we know. Now, I'm going to tell you what I do with every man that I start dating. I'm going to Google you. I'm going to look you up. I'm going to do some searching at the beginning. I'm going to look you up. I'm going to see what's up with you, because that's not just to see if you lying. Well, not to see if you lying about not being married, because that's another reason why I Google men, because men will lie and say they're not married, and they are. But I also Google you because I want to know what's your criminal. I've paid for searches. I want to see. Are you a sex offender? Are you what's your criminal background? I have went and searched for and looked stuff up. Yes, I have. And I have no problem telling the person that I did that. And feel free to do it on me too. Because you need to really know what it is you're getting ready to deal with. So ladies, you all may be sitting back saying, well, I wouldn't do that, but you want to go through his phone. So you ain't got to go through his phone. Do your own research before you get to that point. I'm just saying. So I don't want you having access to everything about me. You don't need to have that kind of access. You don't need to go into my phone. I got all kinds of stuff in my phone, all kind of stuff in my Dropbox, all kind of personal stuff. That's not your concern, even if we're married. No. You don't need to have that much access to everything. I don't want a man knowing everything I talk to my girlfriends about. It ain't got nothing to do with you. It's one thing I never understood. I never understood people being in a relationship and they invite people over and the woman sits around while the guy got his friends over, or the guy sit around while all the girlfriends over. Why are you here? Find some business. Go somewhere. Go out with your friends. Why are you sitting up under a bunch of women listening to us? And I've had several. I used to have a girlfriend. That husband used to do that. He used to sit right there to see what we were talking about. So if she wanted to discuss something about him or get some advice, and maybe something that we could have helped her with, he'd be sitting right there. So you know what? I stopped going. And she asked me one day, how come you? I said, because your husband sits in the midst of our conversation, and I don't want to look at your husband. I don't want your husband knowing my business. And I'm very, very particular and very, very careful sharing things with married women, because married women will discuss your business with your husband, with their husbands. Unless I ask you to ask your husband about some advice, I don't need you telling your husband my business. Your husband should know certain things that me and you as women, as girlfriends, talk about. That's not his business. And a lot of women just give up all of their, just like everything. Well, my husband. That's just so fucking irritating to me. Like, you can't do nothing. You can't do nothing without him. You got to get his permission for everything. You're at work. And so she posted this, and I was like, I didn't respond on it because I'm thinking to myself, you're a grown ass woman. You was a grown ass woman before you married. So you're at work and you can't walk down to the little restaurant and sit down and have lunch. And you got to call him up and ask him, is that okay? Well, I got to call you because, first of all, if I know that I'm going to lunch with a coworker and it's a coworker only, and that's all it is, that's all the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. So if I know that that's all it is, why do I have to get your permission That makes no sense to me. But anyway, y'all, I don't know. I just, some things I just feel like people want too much of you in a relationship. They just want, well, we married now. You got to act like this. We married now. I need to have access to your phone. We married now. I need to know all your accounts. We married now. Like you belong to me, and you can't have no other friends. You can't talk to other people. We married now. Girl. She posted something else yesterday. I was kind of like, let me tell you something. If I'm sick, if I don't feel good or whatever, I'm not asking you, you think I should go to work? You think maybe I should stay home? I'm telling you, I'm staying home. I don't feel good. I'm not finna ask you. What do you think? I guess what I'm saying is that it's almost like, okay, we married, and everything concerning me as a grown-up, I'm now, I know you the head of me, and I know you the provider. I know that. But I gotta ask you for permission or say to you, or I can't stay home because I'm sick. I gotta ask you. I'm not. I'm not gonna ever get married because I'm not gonna be. I don't want to be controlled like that. I just don't. I don't want to be controlled like that. I don't want nobody controlling my decision making about this, that, and the other. I don't want nobody saying you can't. You'll have a bite to eat. Especially if I'm at work. Now, if I ain't at work, and one of my male friends said, hey, come on, I want to take you out to dinner. I'm going to go to my husband and say, so-and-so want to take me out to dinner. Are you okay with that? Or so-and-so want to take me out to breakfast. Are you okay with that? Do you have I'm just letting you know, this is what I'm planning on doing. But I want to know if you're good with that. Or maybe I won't ask and say, this is what I'm planning to do. But we're going to go out to eat. We're going to go out to lunch. We're going to do this. You know, I haven't seen my friend in a long time. He a male and he know him or whatever. And vice versa. Because I've dated men who have really close female friends. I mean, really close female friends. I didn't care. Because when they cheated on me, one with them. One with the best female friend. Was not with them. But I'm not finna, I know in this another situation where a lady, who got so mad at me. It's right after my dad died. She said, she's an author. And our friendship ended because she said that her significant other, co-worker, baked cookies and brought some cookies to work. And these cookies were really, really good. And so he said, next time you bake, bring me some cookies. So the next time she baked, she brought him a stack of cookies just for him. Said, here you go, this for you and your girlfriend. He brought them home. She got mad. Another woman baking for you? Why is she baking you anything? Why is she baking you these cookies? So she put that on Facebook. I said, why are you so pressed about somebody buying cookies? Why are you so pressed with somebody baking cookies? I don't understand that. It's raining and shit. She was mad. Yeah, she baked him some cookies. I would have been like, let me get a cookie. Well, tell her, excuse me. Ask her, can she bake us some more? I wouldn't have gave a fuck. She made a big deal about that. To the point that the man threw the cookies in the garbage. That's too much. I guess my point is that when you're in a relationship with somebody don't need to know everything. They just don't. But anyway, y'all, let me go. I'm going ahead and punch in. It's raining. It's raining hard. I ain't got no umbrella. Anyway. I should have punched as soon as I got here, but I did. Anyway, y'all have a great day. Don't let nobody disturb your peace. And try to be as peaceful as you can be. Y'all, I like these candies. These trolleys. I love these. Anyway, y'all, have a good, blessed day. I will see you all tomorrow. All right? Be blessed. Be peaceful. Bye.